Well, I mean, the thing that I love about the burner mystery genre, just generally, is there's so many different flavors of it, and so we're trying to really tap into a different one with each one of these movies. So for me, it's really fun that Glass Onion was like this big fun vacation movie. It was blues and the golden sand, and just like, and then this one, we're going more gothic. We're going kind of creepy churchyard vibe. So we got stone and browns and earth tones. But it all comes down to kind of the tone and the type of story we're trying to tell. I love that they're all different.
You know, a lot of the early reviews that have come in have said that it's impossible to predict.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Well, you got to remember that you will never fool an audience, and you got to just try and entertain them, I think. To me, that's the only misdirection that ever works, is give them a good time, give them characters that they can actually invest in, give them a story that actually gets them on the edge of their seat. And that's the only way to sweep them along so that they're surprised at the end. If you try and do just clever stuff, the audience is much smarter than me. They'll always figure it out. But keep them entertained, make them laugh.
I have to say, Rian Johnson is such an extraordinary writer, director. A lot of it is on the page, and then he really works with you. Like, I think it's amazing to do an ensemble piece because you're really working with a bunch of actors who are not bringing their ego, right? They're not saying, like, I'm going to do a movie where it has to be all about me. Everybody's like, I came here to be a small part of something extraordinary. But Rian doesn't treat you that way. When you come to set, he builds out time to talk with you one-on-one and develop your character and understand your character and make you feel like you're the star, even though you're not. And so it's really such a rewarding, creative process.
I was her first interview right after she went through the gauntlet, and I was like, I could just tell that this woman.
When the script is really great, as it always is with Rian, it's not hard to imagine embodying that role. Like, I know I want to do a project where when I read it, it's like I already know how to say the lines because she lives inside me. So when it's well written, it's not hard to think about three-dimensionalizing it because the script kind of pulls you in and makes you want to devote your mind and soul and body to it.
Well, here's the thing. We don't look at it as a franchise. That is the thing. I think the world or the business, but we don't look at it. We look at them at each movie that stands on its own. The only really unifying thing is that it's a murder mystery and that you have Benoit Blanc. But aside from that, there's nothing that's connected, I think if you told us we are making a franchise movie, we wouldn't be making the movies.
Sure. I mean, in that regard, yeah, because tonally it's different, thematically it's different. There's one character that's a through line, but everything else is very different. So I guess you don't have to watch those movies, but I was a fan of those movies and I wanted to be in this one. So I don't know. I think in order to be in these movies, you first have to be a fan to be a part of such a large ensemble. So I don't think that anyone would be like, oh, I want to do this, but I've never seen the other two. You know what I mean? But you don't have to watch the other two. You can just pick right up and watch this one. You don't have to watch the others.
How often does that happen when you're a fan of something and then you get to participate in it? And when it happens, how good is it?
This is like the first time it's happened. I've never been like in a second or third of something, you know what I mean? So this is for me a first. I'm ready to be in all of them. I'm pitching myself, okay?
Did you get any hot priest tips from Andrew Scott?
No, and Andrew's a great friend and I love Andrew very much. And if you know Andrew, you'll know that he would never give advice without being asked. I actually did ask him and he didn't give it. But no, it was the elephant in the room for sure. Yeah. I find faith really interesting personally, and I think there is an element of we live in a time that's very polarized, very black and white. But I think it takes some level of pain or grief or regret or remorse or guilt or whatever that is to bring you closer to an understanding of redemption or change. And redemption and change and forgiveness is something closely tied to faith. So I don't think it's as big of a stretch as you might imagine, actually.
After him, that's it. Yeah. All right, I'm ready to jump in.
My wife had said, she reminded me that a year before I was like, man, I need to mix it up. I want to mix it up. I want a different challenge. I'd love to play like a megalomaniacal priest or something like that. And she said, do you remember you said that? And I do remember saying it. But, you know, I don't know if you will this shit or whatever the deal is, but it happened a year later. And I'm happy I was able to do it because I was scared. I was scared to do it.
What do you think it was about that in particular that would scare you, and how important is it for you at this point to find those things that push you out of your comfort zone?
Always. And if I ever make a decision that I think is pulling me out of my comfort zone, but it doesn't, then I'm sorely disappointed. Because you know, you want to learn more. You want to say, what am I capable of? And then if you're phoning something in, you feel like you're not earning your pay. At least I do. Feel like I'm not. But with this, the writing was so good. A lot of times you're getting into the writing and let's improvise this and see if we can make this better. This writing, I was just trying to live up to the whole time. And when you're on a pulpit in front of Glenn Close, Josh O'Connor, all these fucking amazing actors, it's just, I don't know, the stakes are heightened. And I don't mind that. I don't like it at the moment, but in hindsight, I think it's good because it makes me work harder.
How do you know when you're playing it too safe?
I don't think I ever play anything too safe. I don't think I have. I mean, maybe one thing, but I won't say what that
I was
is.
going to say there's no way in hell.
No, and it wasn't bad. I mean, I worked really hard at some things, and you see the movie, you go, what the fuck did I do? That was horrible. And then other things where you go, I didn't feel like I worked that hard in it, but it worked. I don't know. You never know. Movie making's weird.
I mean, I'm such a huge fan of the Knives Out franchise, but I keep saying it's less of a franchise and more of a family, really. It's so special. I mean, it all starts with Rian Johnson and these incredible words on the page, but then the opportunity to work with Daniel Craig, and then every single movie has this stellar ensemble of heroes where you're like, wait, do I even belong in this group?
So, like, looking around, like, did you have moments of like, what is going on here?
I think the kind of comforting idea was when we all realized that we were all nervous and excited to work with each other. Like, there was a mutual respect. Like, I'm as obsessed with Andrew Scott as he was with me, which I was like, how can that be, sexy priest? And there was so much love. Some of the people I knew, like I knew Glenn Close for a long time. I've known Josh Brolin for a long time, but I've still never been able to work with them in this capacity. So that was just a joy. I'm the biggest Josh O'Connor fan on the planet now. Mila's just a doll. Like Kaylee, everybody's just Daryl. You can't stop. Everybody's amazing.